Ever wondered why some Shopify stores just seem to, effortlessly attract customers, while others struggle, even with amazing products? Well, there's often a secret weapon hiding in plain sight, a really well-optimized blog.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is a Shop Strategy Deep Dive, and today we're exploring how you can transform your Shopify blog from maybe an afterthought into a powerful sales engine. And this deep dive, helping you master these kinds of e-commerce strategies, is powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you run smart discount campaigns right on your store. You can even test it out for free on your Shopify store. Check it out.
Right. And our mission today really is to cut through all the noise, pull out the most vital insights from the sources we've looked at. We want to give you practical, actionable strategies you can use to build a sustainable source of traffic. And yeah, sales directly through that Shopify blog. Okay, let's unpack this then, because we all know the e-commerce landscape is just incredibly competitive now. Simply listing products, it doesn't really cut it anymore, does it? So why is a blog such a critical advantage for a Shopify store, more than just, filling a page with words?
Well, the real eye-opener here is in the numbers. We found this really compelling stat. Shopify stores with active blogs, they generate a staggering 67% more leads per month than stores without one.
67%. Wow.
Yeah, 67%. And think about what that means. It's not just any leads. It suggests the blog acts as a kind of pre-qualification engine. It filters for genuinely interested customers before they even land on your product pages.
That's a great point. So it's quality, not just quantity.
Exactly. Imagine your Shopify store is like a physical shop in a huge mall. Without good signs, people just walk right past, right? Your blog. It acts like multiple, really eye-catching signs spread throughout that entire mall. Each post is a new potential entry point.
Okay, I like that analogy. Multiple doorways.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And search engines, Google especially, they absolutely love fresh, valuable content. Blogs deliver that consistently. So this makes blogging a remarkably cost-effective, evergreen, top-of-funnel marketing channel. It keeps working long after you publish.
Evergreen, meaning it continues to bring people in over time.
Yes, exactly. Unlike, say, pay ads that just stop the moment your budget runs out, a good blog post can attract visitors for months, maybe even years. But it's not just about the traffic numbers. A blog builds immense brand authority and, crucially, customer trust.
Ah, trust.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, your product descriptions tell people what you sell, but your blog, it tells them why they should trust you. Think about a jewelry store publishing a really detailed guide on choosing the perfect engagement ring. Or maybe a kitchen supply store sharing cool recipes using their unique gadgets.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just selling in those posts. They're showing expertise, solving problems, building an actual connection. This content shows your brand's personality, its values, in a way a product page can't.
That makes a lot of sense. It shifts the store from just a place to buy stuff into more of a resource, a trusted source. But, okay, let's be real. For a small store owner, juggling everything already, how realistic is it to constantly churn out this fresh, valuable content that Google loves? Sounds like a lot of work.
It can seem daunting, yeah. But that's actually where Shopify's built-in blog functionality really shines. The beauty of it is how seamlessly it integrates. You manage everything, your products, your orders, your blog, all from one single dashboard.
Okay, so no juggling different platforms.
Exactly. That cuts out a major headache. Plus, your blog automatically inherits your store's theme, so your branding stays consistent without needing extra web development work. But here's I think, the really strategic insight that sets Shopify's approach apart. It's the unified data visibility.
Unified data. What do you mean?
It means you can track how your blog visitors actually interact with your store, natively within Shopify Analytics. You can see which blog posts lead to product views, which ones lead to add to carts, even which ones lead to actual purchases.
Without needing complex third-party tools.
Right. That kind of insight, built in, is incredibly valuable for understanding what content truly drives results.
Okay, so the platform itself definitely helps streamline things. But knowing why it's valuable is one thing. Getting the setup right feels crucial. Where do we even begin to make sure our blog doesn't just sit there gathering digital dust?
You're spot on. The setup is absolutely foundational. It's the difference between a blog that generates sales and one that, just exists. So first things first, in your Shopify admin, you'll navigate to content, then blog posts, and then manage blogs. Shopify usually defaults to a single blog called News, but you can create multiple blogs.
Right, for different categories.
Exactly. That kitchenware store example. They might have separate blogs for recipes, product guides, cooking tips maybe. But honestly, for beginners, Starting with a single, well-organized blog is usually much more manageable. Keep it simple at first.
Okay, good advice. What else in the settings?
While you're there, definitely configure comment management. Comments can be great for building community, but you absolutely need moderation to prevent spam. You can choose settings like immediate publishing or requiring approval first. Worth thinking about.
Right, keep the conversation clean.
And another detail, often overlooked but really important, your URL structure, the web address for each post.
How so?
Well, clear URLs impact both user experience, making it easy to see what the page is about, and your search visibility. Aim for URLs that are concise, descriptive, and, readable by humans. So instead of some long, clunky thing like, 5 tips for choosing the perfect handmade ceramic mug for your morning coffee routine.
Yeah, nobody's typing that in.
Right. Simplify it. Something like choosing handmade ceramic mugs. Much better. And try to be consistent with your URL patterns. It helps regular readers navigate and sends clearer signals to search engines too.
Okay, structure makes sense. URLs, categories, comments. But what about the look and feel? Even great content won't work if it's hard to read, right?
Absolutely. Design directly impacts readability and engagement. Your Shopify theme will have blog templates you can customize. When you're picking or tweaking one, really consider how featured images look, whether sidebar elements add value or just distract, and if the typography, the fonts, are comfortable for reading longer text.
Comfort is key for blog reading.
Totally. Prioritize a clean, distraction-free experience. And critically test your design on different devices, especially mobile.
Oh yeah, mobile's huge.
Over 60% of e-commerce traffic is mobile now. So check font sizes, make sure navigation is easy to tap, no weird horizontal scrolling, images scale properly. Test it on an actual phone.
Good reminder. Beyond just looking good, how do we help people find more content once they're on the blog?
That's about discoverability. People rarely read a blog post and just leave. You want to guide them. Make sure your blog is clearly linked in your main store navigation menu. It's a basic but essential. Then, within the blog itself, create intuitive pathways. Use tag-based menus, maybe related post suggestions at the bottom of articles. Definitely include a search function.
No search bar, yeah.
And some stores have success with a Start Here page, especially if they cover broad topics. It helps guide new visitors. The goal is always to lead them deeper into your content and, ideally, towards discovering relevant products.
All right, foundation set, looking good, easy to navigate. Now, the big one. How do we make sure search engines like Google actually find and fall in love with our Shopify blog? Get that traffic flowing.
This is where your SEO strategy really kicks in, and it always starts with keyword research.
Keywords, right.
Start just by brainstorming. Think about your products, how people use them, the problems they solve, what words would people actually type into Google. Then use tools things like Ahrefs, Ahrefs, even Google's own keyword planner to dig deeper. You're looking for terms that hit a sweet spot. Decent search volume, meaning people are actually looking for it, but maybe not insane competition. And most importantly, high relevance to what you sell.
Makes sense. Are there different types of keywords we should look for?
Definitely. For e-commerce blogs, we generally focus on 3 main types. First, there are informational keywords. Think how-to questions, like how to treat dry skin naturally. These attract people at the top of the funnel, just looking for solutions.
Awareness stage.
Exactly. Second, commercial investigation keywords, like best natural soaps for eczema. These are for people comparing options further down the funnel.
Consideration.
You got it. And third, product-specific keywords, things like lavender essential oil soap benefits. These are directly related to your specific offerings, targeting people closer to making a purchase.
Decision stage. Okay, so a mix is key.
A balanced mix, yeah. It ensures you're attracting visitors at all stages of their buying journey. Now, once you have your keywords, think about your blog post's title tag and meta description. These are basically your ad copy of the search results.
The things you actually see on Google.
Precisely. For titles, aim for about 50-60 characters. Get your main keyword in there, preferably near the start. Use power words, numbers if it makes sense. So instead of just winter skincare tips, maybe something like 10 winter skincare secrets. Prevent dry skin naturally. See the difference.
Yeah, much more compelling. What about the description underneath?
That's the meta description. You've got about 150 to 160 characters there. Use it to expand on the title's promise, really highlight the benefits for the reader, and always include a call to action or CTA.
Like learn more or read now?
Yeah, or even shop our natural soaps if it fits the context, something that tells them what to do next.
Got it. And images. We mentioned making things look good, but how does that play into SEO?
Images are huge for engagement, but they can kill your page speed if they're too large. So, first rule, Compress your images. Aim for under 100 KB if possible. Second, use descriptive file names, not img001.jpg, but something like winterskincare-routine.jpg.
Tells Google what it is.
Exactly. And always provide descriptive alt text. That's the text that shows up if the image doesn't load. But crucially, it's what search engines read to understand the image content. Include relevant keywords naturally here.
Okay, image optimization, check. What about the more technical side of SEO, things happening behind the scenes?
Right. Technical SEO. That's the foundation. Page speed is a big one. It directly impacts your rankings and user experience. Nobody likes a slow website.
True. How do we speed things up?
Compress those images, like we said.
Yeah.
Also, limit the number of embedded videos, heavy scripts, or even too many Shopify apps, as they can slow things down. Using a content delivery network, a CDN, can make a big difference too. It basically stores copies of your site closer to your visitors globally, so it loads faster for them.
Okay, CDN, good tip.
And definitely use tools like Google Page Speed Insights to test your speed regularly. Pay special attention to mobile speed. Google prioritizes that heavily now.
Mobile first indexing, yeah. Anything else technical?
Well, something a bit more advanced but really powerful is schema markup.
Schema. Sounds complicated.
It can seem like it, but think of it like a secret language you use to talk to search engines. It's special code you add to your posts. It explicitly tells Google, hey, this bit of text isn't just text, it's a recipe. Or, this is a product review with rating.
Ah, so it clarifies the content type for Google.
Exactly. And this helps search engines understand the context much better. It can lead to those eye-catching, rich results you sometimes see in Google searches like star ratings, recipe cooking times, FAQ dropdowns, right there on the results page.
Oh, those are great for click-through rates.
Huge potential impact. You might need a Shopify app for it or maybe some custom code. But for key content, exploring schema markup is definitely worth the effort for the visibility boost.
Okay, so we've done the SEO groundwork, optimized the tech stuff, we're bringing in these vital visitors. But getting them there is just step one. How do we make sure all this effort actually translates into sales? Especially if, someone reads a great post but needs that little extra nudge to buy.
You're absolutely right. That nudge is often critical. And this is where things like personalized offers really come into play. Your blog does the heavy lifting of educating and building trust, right? But turning that hard-earned engagement into actual revenue often needs a direct, well-timed incentive. To really maximize your conversion rates, maybe boost that average order value from the traffic you've cultivated so carefully, you need smart, targeted offers. Offers that respond to what that specific visitor is doing.
And that sounds exactly like where our sponsor, Growth Suite, can make a significant impact. It feels like the perfect connection here. It's about making sure you're not leaving money on the table, like you said. With all this valuable traffic coming from your optimized blog, Growth Suite helps convert those curious readers into actual loyal customers. It does this through those personalized offers and smart discount campaigns that react to visitor behavior right on your store. Super relevant. Okay, so connecting content to conversion is key. Let's pivot back to the content itself now. How do we actually write posts that don't just inform, but truly engage and ultimately persuade?
Great content rarely happens by accident. It starts with a solid plan, a blueprint. And that means creating a comprehensive outline before you start writing.
An outline. Okay. What goes in it?
Your primary keyword, maybe some secondary ones. A compelling working title, you can tweak it later. The logical key points you want to cover in order. Think about specific examples you'll use, relevant products you can naturally feature, and importantly, where your calls to action, your CTAs, will fit in.
Planning the CTAs from the start. Smart.
Yeah, it ensures they feel integrated, not just tacked on. This whole structure provides focus, ensures you cover the topic thoroughly, and guides the reader logically towards taking action.
And what about the types of content? Should it all be guides?
No, definitely mix it up. A balanced content calendar is key. Don't just publish product updates or announcements. Think. How-to guides, yes, but also buying guides, problem-solution posts, maybe comparison articles if that fits your niche. Behind-the-scenes stories can build connection. Customer showcases add social proof.
Okay, variety keeps it interesting.
Exactly. And think about sequences, like maybe a skincare brand could create a series. Start broad with identifying skin types, then guide readers to selecting the right product lines, and finally offer detailed tutorials on how to use those products.
Takes them on a journey.
Precisely. It nurtures them from awareness right through to purchase and beyond. And don't forget multimedia. Text alone, especially online, rarely maximizes engagement anymore. You need high-quality visuals. Great product photography, maybe infographics to simplify complex info, tutorial videos, before and after shots if relevant. Each element should have a clear purpose, though not just decoration.
Right, functional visuals. Okay, we've got the plan, the structure, the types of content. How do we nail the actual writing, make it captivating?
Your headline is everything. It's the ad for your content. It absolutely has to grab attention and promise specific value.
Make or break.
Totally. Use numbers. 7 ways to. Highlight clear benefits. Get smoother skin. Ask intriguing questions is your cleanser. Or tap into emotions. Test different headlines. Then your introduction needs to deliver on that headline's promise immediately. State the problem, why it matters to the reader. Maybe qualify yourself briefly and give a quick roadmap of what the post covers. Get straight to the point. No long, rambling intros.
Cook fast.
Instantly. Then, throughout the piece, maintain a distinctive brand voice. What does your brand sound like? Define maybe 3 to 5 core characteristics. Are you sophisticated, energetic, authoritative, witty? Be consistent. But always prioritize clarity and accessibility. Don't use jargon unless you explain it.
Be authentic to your brand.
Yes. And let your unique perspective shine through. Are you focused on sustainability, cutting-edge science? That should influence your tone and word choices. And finally, remember people scan online. Make your content super scannable and SEO-friendly at the same time.
How do we do both?
Use clear, descriptive subheadings, ideally incorporating keywords naturally. Keep paragraphs short, like 3 to 5 sentences max. Use bold text for key takeaways. Use bullet points and numbered lists for steps or features. Lots of white space makes it easier on the eyes. And integrate those relevant images with captions.
Break up the text.
Right, and weave your keywords in naturally. Modern SEO isn't about stuffing keywords. It's about covering the topic comprehensively, using related terms, answering common questions people might have.
Answer the questions for those featured snippets, too.
Exactly. If you directly answer common questions clearly and concisely within your post, you have a much better chance of Google pulling that answer out as a featured snippet at the top of the search results. Huge visibility boost.
Okay. Amazing content, crafted, optimized, scannable. Now, promotion. How do we make sure people actually see this incredible stuff? Because great content unseen is, well, pointless.
You nailed it. Promotion is absolutely crucial. Creating it is only half the equation. Email marketing is usually one of the most effective channels here.
Using the blog to build your list.
Precisely. Your blog is prime real estate for converting readers into email subscribers. Offer something valuable in exchange for their email. Maybe a checklist related to the post, a downloadable guide, access to a resource library, an exclusive discount.
Content upgrades, yeah.
Right. Place these sign-up opportunities strategically within your blog. Maybe a slide-in form as they scroll, a clear call-out at the end of the post, maybe even embedded forms within the content where relevant. Then, crucially, segment those subscribers based on what they signed up for or what content they engage with. This lets you send highly targeted follow-up emails.
Personalized follow-ups.
Yes, develop specific email campaigns centered around your blog content. Maybe a welcome sequence that highlights your best posts, a regular digest of new articles, perhaps a mini-series delivered via email, expanding on a blog topic. And when you email about a blog post, don't just link to it. Provide some extra context, a key insight, something that gives subscribers extra value for being on your list.
Make the email itself valuable.
Exactly. And integrate product recommendations naturally within these emails where it makes sense. Products featured in this guide with direct links.
Smart. What about social media?
Social media is essential for extending reach, but you need to tailor your approach. What works on Instagram won't necessarily work on X or Facebook.
Right. Different platforms, different styles.
Think visual quotes or carousels for Instagram, maybe engaging summaries or native video clips for Facebook. Pinterest loves tall, informative pins. Maybe create multiple pin designs for each post. On X, maybe ask provocative questions related to your post or create threads summarizing key points.
Always provide value on the social platform itself.
Yes, give people a reason to engage right there, not just click away immediately.
Yeah.
Offer a standalone tip or insight from the post.
Okay, email, social, this is a lot of effort. How do we actually know if any of it is working? How do we track performance and figure out what to do next?
Measurement is non-negotiable. You absolutely cannot optimize what you don't measure. Start with Shopify's own analytics. It has specific reports for your blog. You can track how visitors move from specific blog posts to product pages and ultimately to checkout. Set up conversion goals in there.
Okay, Shopify Analytics first.
Then, for deeper insights, you really need Google Analytics. Set up GA4 properly. Here, you can do much more granular analysis. Track things like content groupings to see how different categories perform. Set up custom dimensions. Track specific events like clicks on CTAs or video plays. Analyze conversion paths to see the whole customer journey.
The whole journey, not just the last click.
Exactly. And connect it to enhanced e-commerce tracking to tie blog engagement directly to transaction data. Google Search Console is also vital.
What do we look for in Search Console?
That's where you monitor your actual search performance. See which queries bring people to your blog, track your impressions and clicks, see which pages are ranking but maybe stuck on page 2. Those are prime optimization candidates. Check for technical issues Google finds. Identify those featured snippet opportunities.
Okay, so Shopify Analytics, Google Search Console. What specific numbers or KPIs should we be watching?
Group them into a few categories. First, traffic metrics. Page views, unique visitors, sure, but also look at traffic sources, where they're coming from, new versus returning visitors, device breakdown, quality over just quantity here.
Got it. Then engagement.
Right, engagement metrics. These tell you if people actually like your content. Look at average time on page, scroll depth, how far down the page do they read, bounce rate, how many leave after viewing just one page, maybe pages per session. Compare these across different types of content.
And the bottom line conversions.
Yes, conversion metrics. Track email signups from your blog's CTAs. Track how many people click through from the blog to product pages. Track add to carts initiated after reading a post. And of course, track actual transactions attributed to blog visits.
Attribution can be tricky though, right?
It can. Don't just rely on last-click attribution. Blog content often plays a role earlier in the journey. So look at multi-touch attribution models if you can, or at least look at assisted conversions in Google Analytics to see how often the blog was part of the path to purchase, even if it wasn't the very last step.
Okay, track everything. How do we use that data to actually improve?
Optimization is ongoing. One big strategy is content refresh and updates, often called historical optimization. Go back to older posts. Can you update them with new information? Improve the formatting. Add a video or infographic. Consolidate a few weaker posts on the same topic into one stronger, more comprehensive piece. Target featured snippets better.
Breathe new life into old content.
Yes, exactly. Prioritize the posts that have potential. Maybe they're ranking on page 2 of Google, or they target high-intent keywords but have low engagement or conversion rates currently. Usually best to keep the original URL if you can, just update the content itself. Also, consider A/B testing elements on your blog posts.
Testing things like headlines.
Headlines, definitely. But also introductions, different content formats like adding a video versus just text, CTA button text, or placement, including different types of media. Test one element at a time systematically to see what actually moves the needle.
Data-driven decisions.
Always. And don't forget qualitative data. Leverage user feedback. What are people saying in the comments? What questions related to your blog topics does customer service get? Monitor social media discussions. Send out surveys. Analyze email replies. Look for patterns in questions, confusion points, or suggestions. That feedback is gold for improving existing content and generating ideas for new posts.
Closing the loop with actual user feedback. Great point. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground, from fundamentals to optimization. What about taking it to the next level? Any advanced strategies to really make a Shopify blog stand out?
Yeah, absolutely. Once you've mastered the basics, you can explore things like content personalization.
Making the content adapt to the visitor.
Kind of. It could be dynamic content that changes based on their location, the device they're using, maybe their past visit history, or where they came from. Or it could mean segmenting your content more deliberately for different audiences. Maybe you have beginner versus advanced guides, content tailored to specific customer personas or the problems they're trying to solve, using internal linking strategically to guide different segments down different paths.
Making it super relevant to the individual.
That's the goal. You can also leverage the Shopify App Store more strategically. There are specialized apps specifically for blog SEO and content optimization, things like SEO Manager, Smart SEO, tools that help with readability analysis, schema generation, even internal linking suggestions.
Apps to streamline the process.
Yeah, and apps for content creation and management too. Editorial calendars, image optimization tools, content templates, social sharing automation, more advanced content analytics. They can save time and boost results.
What about advanced content formats or strategies?
Definitely. Think about building content hubs or pillar pages. This is where you create a really comprehensive piece of content on a core topic, the pillar page, and then surround it with related, more specific articles, the cluster content, all linking back to the pillar and to each other.
Creates a topic authority signal for Google.
Exactly. Great for SEO and provides a fantastic user experience. Also, consider content partnerships. Collaborate with experts, feature influencers, partner with complementary brands, maybe even co-create content with your customers.
Leverage other audiences.
Right. And finally, really maximize your investment by repurposing your blog content. Don't just let it sit as a blog post. Can you turn a popular post into a video, a podcast episode like this one, an infographic, a series of social media updates, a downloadable checklist or guide, an email mini course?
Get more mileage out of each piece.
Plan for repurposing from the start. It makes the whole process much more efficient and extends the reach of your core ideas significantly.
Wow, okay. So we've really gone deep today. From understanding the fundamental why of a Shopify blog to the setup, the SEO, crafting compelling content, promoting it, measuring it, and even hitting these advanced strategies, it's a full ecosystem.
It really is. And I think the final thought here is this. Your blog isn't just a place to put articles. It's a dynamic ecosystem. When you nurture it strategically, consistently, it genuinely becomes the most powerful, sustainable engine for growth and customer connection that your Shopify store can possibly have. It's really about building that relationship first, which then naturally leads to conversion. It transforms curious visitors into loyal customers, often before they even think about buying.
A relationship engine. I love that. And as you continue to build these relationships and optimize your Shopify store's overall strategy, remember this deep dive into blog optimization was brought to you by Growth Suite. Growth Suite isn't just another discount app for Shopify. It has this powerful data analytics engine built in. It tracks visitor behavior in real time to deliver those personalized offers at exactly the right moment to nudge them towards conversion. This directly helps you increase those conversion rates and boost your overall revenue, making the most of the traffic your blog brings in. Plus, a key thing is it's designed to look and feel like a native part of your store theme. That ensures a really seamless, non-disruptive experience for your customers. You can install Growth Suite literally with a single click and test it out completely free on your Shopify store. Definitely worth checking out. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into Shopify blog optimization. We really hope you feel equipped now to turn your blog into a true sales and relationship engine for your store. Until next time.